Welcome back to another video. As you can tell here, I am doing my top 10 current NHL players in 2025, loosely based off of the past couple seasons. It's not just going to be based on this past year, but it is going to be it'll correlate with the results from this past season, I should say. I'll start with a couple of honorable mentions, and I just had to start this. I just had to click start recording because I have been wrestling over who I'm going to put at this 10 spot. It's actually eating me alive right now. Oh, dude. I'm going to start with a couple of honorable mentions. First one is going to be Sidney Crosby. He's not on this list anymore, and I've seen a bunch of these, and a lot of people still have him in the top. He's not. It's absolutely incredible that he is at this age and is still in this discussion and even gets an honorable mention to be a top 10 player. Just shows you how incredible he is. But if I was choosing 10 players from the league for this season that would start tomorrow, Sidney Crosby would not be on my list. So he's not going to be. But shout out to Sidney Crosby. And now I guess... sorry, I'm between two guys that I'm thinking about this 10 spot, and I just can't choose. I'm going to say that my next honorable mention will be Quinn Hughes. I really thought I was going to put him on this list, but then I forgot about another player that I absolutely have to have on. So I am going to say honorable mention Quinn Hughes. It does rub me the wrong way when I see Cale Makar in the top 3 on a lot of these lists, and then Quinn Hughes just nowhere to be found, and it's just all forwards after that, because I really do think that Quinn Hughes is in the same conversation as Cale Makar, but I just can't leave off this player that I'm going to put at 10, and that player is Sasha Barkov of the Florida Panthers. I think this guy is disrespected. I think that you can't make a top 10 list without him. I think he is so oppressive, the way that he plays defense, the way he never makes a mistake, the way that he's always in the right position defensively. He's so good on the forecheck. He forces turnovers unlike anybody else. He's a big reason for the Florida Panthers being one of the best teams we've seen ever. I'm going to say that the Florida Panthers are one of the best teams we've ever seen. Not the best, and probably not top 3, but they're in the conversation because I think they still have 1 or 2 cups left in them. But he's so good, and I'm a huge fan of his. And it makes me sick when I see these lists and Sasha Barkov is not on them. So I am putting him there at 10. Now, this next player is going to be Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel is another guy that I'm absolutely obsessed with. It feels like he can never do anything wrong. He took a big jump this year in production for the Vegas Golden Knights, after losing Marchessault. He had 90, how many points did he have? 94. He had 94 points this year for Vegas. He was really good for them in the playoffs. Maybe should have done a little bit better against Edmonton, but doesn't matter. Jack Eichel is the perfect centerman. He can score. He's got a great shot. He's physical. He's solid defensively. He's great at the face-off dot. He can literally do everything for you. And he's a great playmaker. Jack Eichel he's that prototypical perfect American center iceman. Jack Eichel at 9. Moving up the list now. Who do I have here? Now I'm debating, No. Did I spell that right? I told you guys I can't spell or read. No, it is a Z. Okay. I should have gone with my gut. It didn't make sense in my head, but he's Russian, so I don't know why I was trying to spell it whatever. Kirill Kaprizov is another he is literally perfect. He's not a centerman, so I guess that kind of hurts him a little bit. I think if Kaprizov played center, he would be regarded as a top 5 player, honestly. I already have money on him to win the Hart Trophy this year. I think he could have won the Hart this past season if he didn't get injured. He missed half the year. He was on pace for 112 points. He's just so dynamic with the puck. He's a straight up magician, and he's physical too. I can't wait to watch Minnesota Wild hockey this year because I love seeing him and Boldy on the ice together. They are so fun to watch, and I really think that the Wild can do some damage this year if Kaprizov's able to still stay healthy. And yes, he is my Hart Trophy pick as of right now for the 25-26 season. Kirill Kaprizov, absolute dog. Now, moving along is David Pastrnak at 7. David Pastrnak is an absolute freak of nature, scoring over 100 points this year. I think he had 106 with a team that was one of the worst in the league. He had literally no help. He was playing with like Zaka and Geeky, and like the second best player on the team had like 50 something points, and he like doubled the production of the second highest point scorer on his team. I've said it before, I'll say it again. His chiropractor should be making $1 million plus a year because this guy's back is absolutely fucked for what he's doing with this Bruins team, just completely carrying them. He is top 3 scorers, honestly, in my mind right now in the league. He can just do everything offensively, and he's just so good. He is so good. I have to put him at 7. Not as good defensively as some of these other guys, and so that's why he's at 7. But and I'm not even a Bruins fan. I'm not a Bruins fan. I'm not really even a Pastrnak guy. He's just so undeniable that I have to have him that high up on my list. Moving up now to 6th. And I can say this with confidence. If you asked me this question a year ago, I would have had this guy probably 3rd. I probably would have had this guy 3rd. But this past season was really dreadful. I know he was playing with an injury that he's not getting surgery for. And so he's supposed to be 100% this year. I think I'm going to make a full video about this guy, Austin Matthews, because as a Team USA hockey fan, I need this guy to be playing significantly better for the Olympics this year than he was this past season. I get the injury. I hate when these guys don't disclose their injuries. I don't think it's good for them. I think it's like a PR nightmare when you get to the end of the season after missing games, after not playing at your best. I mean, he only scored 33 goals this year, which is terrible for his standards. And I think when you don't disclose the injury, I know you don't want guys coming after you. If you say it's a shoulder or you say it's a hip, guys are, maybe accidentally, not so accidentally coming after those areas of your body, trying to wear you down a little bit, especially in the playoffs. But I really think that when you don't disclose an injury, it just ends up being a PR nightmare, and nobody accepts it as a valid excuse when it very well, like if he was playing with like a broken wrist or, like something like that, it's like, damn, he honestly played pretty well if you knew the injury. But like Mathew Tkachuk does it, after the season's over, after he wins the cup, he's like, yeah, my fucking abductor muscle was ripped off the bone. Whatever that even means. I don't even know. But we need Matthews to have a bounce back year. I'm so conflicted on Austin Matthews because I hate the Toronto Maple Leafs, but I love Team USA. And he is Captain America against my judgment. But yeah, man, the inconsistency in big games and in the playoffs, and then the maybe injury this year, and like he kind of disappeared last year during the playoffs with an apparent injury. it's too inconsistent, and so I'm not going to put you in the top 5 if it's like if this is a reoccurring issue. Like I have to hold that against you. So yeah, Austin Matthews at 6. At 5, I have Nikita Kucherov. Probably would have been a little higher, but again, the past few seasons, I'd say the past 3 playoff runs, he just hasn't been very effective. He is obviously the heartbeat of that Tampa Bay Lightning team, but when he's not scoring and contributing like crazy, it's tough for them to win, and he just hasn't the past few playoff runs, despite being the most productive player over the past 3 seasons in the regular season. I do take into account the playoffs, and so better than Matthews, but not as good as a couple of these other guys. So, yeah, I mean, dude, Kucherov's a sicko, dude. Kucherov is so gross. He is so nasty. He is truly a magician. It's like watching Patrick Kane on steroids, what he can do. I would argue not as clutch as Patrick Kane, and so that's why, sorry, my goat's got 3 rings, can't hear you. But yeah, 140 points, 120 points. This guy's like over-under line is set at probably like 130, which is completely and utterly absurd in the year 2025. Kucherov, absolute sicko, 5th best player in the world, in my humble opinion, which means nothing. But it means something to me. Now, 4th, Cale Makar. Cale Makar, the most talented defenseman ever. He is. Stop. He is the most talented defenseman ever. It's really surreal to watch this guy play. Colorado Avalanche games are so fun to watch, just seeing what him and Nathan MacKinnon can do together when they're on the ice. I also do think that does play a big factor into why everyone's like, no, Cale Makar is significantly better than Quinn Hughes. Not that anybody really says that, but Quinn Hughes should have been on this list. Quinn Hughes. All right, stop complaining. Quinn Hughes is on the list. Anyway, Cale Makar is an absolute beast. He's the perfect defenseman. He's so solid defensively. And then, I don't have to talk to you guys about Cale Makar. You've seen him play. He's an absolute wizard from the point. It feels like him and Quinn Hughes have basically reinvented the game in a way, in what you expect from number 1 defenseman. He is a true number 1 defenseman in the sense that he plays every single position that you need from him defensively. And his shots from the point on the power play are so deceptive, and he has the production of the best forwards in the league, and he is a defenseman. He is a sicko. He is a freak of nature. Cale Makar is the babyface assassin. Now at 3, my German brother, Leon Draisaitl. Yeah, so for me, I wrestled a little bit with the top 5, but this past season, I really did feel like if you combine the playoffs and the regular season, Leon Draisaitl was the best player in the world this year. Just everything. I mean, what he can do defensively, how good he is at the face-off dot. I think he's like the best, like, true, I don't know, when I think of like true centerman, I think of Leon Draisaitl. Probably him and Matthews are the best goal scorers in the world. This year he was the best goal scorer in the world. Top 2 releases on the planet, one of the best shots ever. Super underrated passer in my mind. I think he is such a good passer and just doesn't get the credit for it because of how good of a playmaker McDavid is and how good of a goal scorer he is. But he can just do everything. He elevates in the playoffs every single year. It feels like when the game's big, you get to overtime. I mean, how many overtime goals did he have this playoff run? 4 or 5? Like, it was insane. Just elevates his game. He's so good. He's so fun to watch. The Edmonton Oilers are spoiled, rotten pigs, but haven't been able to get over the hump. Will this be the year? We shall see. And now I think you guys know what's coming here. It's the Mac Dog. It's Nathan MacKinnon. To me, it's clear who the two best players are in the world. Despite Leon Draisaitl's amazing year, I would not say that Leon Draisaitl's better than Nathan MacKinnon. I mean, he's the only guy that you could put in the conversation as he who will not be named. I really thought that the Colorado Avalanche were going to win the Stanley Cup this year. I thought before the playoffs started, they were either going to lose to Dallas in the first round or go all the way, and they ended up losing to Dallas in the first round. I think he is going to be a man on a mission this next season, although I will say I think that the Colorado Avalanche team as a whole is going to be worse this season than what that roster looked like this playoff run. But that's another topic for another day. Nathan MacKinnon is so fast. His hands can keep up with the foot speed, and he can process everything at that speed that no one else can besides he who shall not be named. He's one of the most talented players ever, and another guy that just, it feels surreal to watch him play hockey because it doesn't even feel like you're watching him play the same game as everyone else in the league. Yeah, I think that's it. Kind of a quick one, or maybe not a quick one. I don't know. I feel like I talked about Austin Matthews for 10 minutes, but that's really all I've got for you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Check out the other vids. I just did my top 10 Blackhawks for the year 2025. Also, peep the Sabrina Carpenter merch. Pretty fire. I know, man, child. That's me. Yeah, like the video, share it around. I don't care. You don't have to do any of that. I will see you in the next one. Actually, before I go, this is going to be coming out when I'm gone. I'm going on a little trip this weekend. I'm recording this video and maybe one or two others to release so that I can still be giving you guys content while I am on the road. And that's how much I love and care about you guys. Mwah. Have a great rest of your day. Please like the video. Bye.